once had that conversation since I've been on here for 5 years.
Should it be?
Well, I don't think so, because then we're into. Co-op costs more than us, so co-op's bigger than all of us putting together. If Bill's gonna be any cheaper,
I don't think so, but I think,
that's my reasoning, so unless.
yeah. Well, I understand. But I don't think the co-op's that bad.
It's a lot higher rate.
Significantly higher than us.
Well, we've had low rates for way too long.
I agree
To be
with that.
honest with you.
I
And
agree
that's
with
why we're in trouble.
Nope, it was a 1 year's whole complete solution. That's why, since I've been on this board and since I've been chair the last going on 4 years now, I've asked for a rate increase every year. I went out there, I've asked the board, we can't level fund, them days are over. So we need to be proactive instead of reactive. Unfortunately, at this point in time, we're having to be reactive because it didn't work out. So we can ask for rates as much as we want, just like Mark knows, go up, ask for. Every ask they have for rates are way higher than ours and they don't get them either, so. We're all at the beck and call of the PUC, so bureaucrats that you didn't vote for tell you how much you're paying for electricity.
You have asked that board before for any?
Every year.
Every year?
We've gotten several rate increases since I've been chair. And I can't speak for the past chair.
There was none, there was no rate increases for 16 years prior to me being here.
And at that time, we didn't need it because the world was in a different stage. It's not in that stage anymore, so. The volatile electric market, and we're all for green energy, but when you push all the green energy at one time in the middle of the plate, it makes it unaffordable. And that's what we're into right now.
Well, we're getting above cost rates for solar.
Yeah.
That's.
When you say you put solar on your house and then you get hooked up to the metering system. We pay her more for the solar power she's sending back to the grid than we buy it from.
Well, we pay
Yeah.
full retail, we pay what we charge.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the number is, we pay more than what we should because the state tells us we have to.
Right.
So that's, and it's, so like I said, it's not just the utilities, it's not co-op, it's not us, it's not Morrisville, it's not Hyde Park. We're all overly regulated. Complain to your senators and house representatives and tell them to fix it.
Mhm.
Because people that control what you pay and what we can get for an increase are people not a one of us in this room elected.
So some things that I'm still have on my plate that I'd like to ask about at the informational meeting are a breakdown about the 2024 $300,000 loan. And what the remaining term is on that and what it was used for.
We ended up using about half of that.
Was that the bucket truck?
We have used
I
about
didn't
half of
remember
that
it
for
being
bucket
that
trucks.
much. I thought we were at 200 something, but.
Yeah, we asked for 300, but then we ended up finding a great deal on a secondhand truck, and that's what we actually did.
Yeah,
Did we pay it down?
We didn't use the whole 300.
No, so did we pay it down?
Yes, we make,
We're making
we
payments.
break it out into a payment.
Right, so it'd be good to know how much do we still owe on that and how much of the term is left.
Mhm.
And then we can be thinking about that next one. And also, I think I saw it in the PPSA, resource report or somewhere where, if you're gonna that like the municipal co-ops or electric departments could request 2% increase without having to go through the whole approval process per year. Just wondering why we haven't tried that resource.
We always need more than the 2%.
Right, that's still a rate increase, and it bypasses some of it and shortens it some, but you still have to do a good bit of the lift.
Right.
And
But if you ask for 2% this year, you need 10.
right,
Then you go next year and ask for 2, and you need 12 now because it maybe goes through a little bit quicker, a little less red tape,
Mhm.
but I guess it's nowhere near what we need to do.
Yeah, I understand. I was just thinking, if they denied us the 10. Or whatever it was the last one that you asked for, could you just put through the 2?
They haven't denied us, so there's some confusion is that. VEPSA, Vermont Public Power Supply Authority is who we buy into, we're members of. So we asked their advisors to look at our stuff to see about sending for a rate case. That's where they said you'd probably get a 2.5% deduction. Well, that guy's no longer there. So I think part of the problem started with that. I think he was really screwed up because we needed a rate increase last year also. We didn't get one.
I think we got bad.
So when we applied for a rate increase, I think the year before we asked for 12.5% and got 10.
At 9 point some odd, yeah.
Close to that.
So they don't ever give you what you ask for
And that was-
unless you're co-op or Green Mountain Power.
Three.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so other than that, I'm just looking forward to your line items that clarified, that'd be great. Thanks.
Is that, just so everybody. What, every year, we never get what we ask.
No.
Every year we are. 2%.
No,
less.
well,
We're generally five.
so
and
far
up.
we have been,
Been close. I've never.
there
seen
have,
that
I have
increase.
seen others come through that didn't get cut. But it's rare. I'd say
I just want the
10,
public all to know.
15% of the VIPS rate increases somehow get like, oh, sure, we'll give it to you.
Oh, I did think of one other question now. So this, knowing that a lot of our purchase contracts are gonna be, two of our major ones are gonna be ending in 2027. How, maybe you could let us know how you budget for that. And I don't know, what we're gonna be doing, for new purchasing when those contracts end. And how you're gonna calculate your 27 budget. With that change coming, I'm guessing that it sounded like in the report that you'd be getting some advice about that when it gets closer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But,
because they
That's all
won't tell us,
purchased
yeah,
at VIPSA.
they won't tell us till it's time,
yeah,
and then the VEPSA board. If we could decide who it was, we'd be getting Hydro-Quebec or Seabrook Power. We wouldn't be buying from Maine Solar and.
Wind
Just-
farms.
It's just the way, you know what I mean? If you want cheap rates, I can't produce that being forced to buy how much percentage in solar or renewable energy right now, Eric? Which,
More.
hydro is considered, should be considered, but it isn't.
Yeah.
So it's just each year they increase the amount we have to buy of renewable energy.
and so you should be able to budget that.
But they don't tell us the rate. As I said, we got a rate increase of under 10% and then our power costs went up 5%. They don't tell us till at the end, so it really, that's why I said it's a juggling guessing game. And
Do we need to, when we do our budget based on when they'll give us information, I mean. Do we need to align better with what their flow
Yeah, but-
is for,
But the fiscal year, we have to run on by the, so.
so we don't have any choice about it.
we're running on assumed budgets from January until annual meeting.
Yeah.
For general department and stuff, like I said, we set our budgets for the water and lights and all that, right?
Are you gonna change the wording on the ballot vote?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, there was a lot of things that could have been changed on it.
Yeah, because generally, I don't like borrowing long-term money for short-term debt. But you may have to do that, but it was just a little, you have the wording and then Eric's explanation, well, maybe we'll move it to capital.
I can't move it all to capital.
Yeah.
Some of it.
I'll take full blame for all that. I should have changed it.
just-
No, I'm just saying, I should have had him change them wording because I didn't like it from the get-go and I just thought it was fine.
The nature of it, this one is gonna be
More explanatory,
capital.
yes.
Okay. Eric's frowning.
Well, I only have about 180 in capital I can put it towards.
I mean, that's where it's gotta land or we're not gonna be able to get it kept towards the rate increase. We already know that answer.
Times,
Yeah.
And it's no pleasure on this end, trying to balance between what we gotta have and what we gotta, and most of us here are paying the rates, so. It's, yeah. We're not without the pain.
will you have enough support for budgeting when you're gonna have a brand new clerk and brand new treasurer? I mean, it sounds like this this kind of budgeting is so complicated, and you had like Rosemary who's.
Well, if you could talk Rosemary into staying, I'd great.
That'd be great.
I mean, like, can the new person call Rosemary and get mentoring?
We know where she
Yes,
lives.
yes.
She's on speed dial, believe it or not.
Okay.
She's on a cruise ship.
Holmes is the new person to work with Rosemary for a month.
Yeah.
Stuff, and then.
Trust me, that's been my biggest fear.
Well,
Rosemary will not leave us hanging.
no.
That's all number 5 years.
As long as she's not on her cruise, we're gonna be good to go.
Yeah, they got Wi-Fi cell phones on there.
Yeah, well, I throw my cell phone right in the ocean if I get the phone on me.
We can ping you.
Okay, so that answered everybody's questions on that for the time being and give us a chance, so we're gonna do our best to explain it this next meeting.
And I personally want to say thanks for coming.
Yes, please come back.
Yeah, this was,
You call. You come in. But the vote, you'll be here.
And that was just said today, I just saw them at the orthopedics.
Oh, yeah.
So, had I known, I would have said I can't come on much already.
Well, you'll be able to get the information anyways.
be on YouTube.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
thank you all.
I really appreciate it.
Good luck.
So let's discuss the village treasurer position and village admin clerk position. So. I've had conversations with Eric that we're gonna need more than just to hire the treasurer clerk. Because we're losing 2 other people that we partially use.
Okay, so
And with the town wanting to separate the window and having the village side and the
Downside.
town side and not, and 2 different cash drawers. 2 different stamps, nothing combined, nobody from town can do ours.
if they want to do that, they better be willing to separate the goddamn property and talk about.
Well, they're not gonna, I already can tell you that. But.
So
that's
are
what
they
that's what the
going,
select board's already decided, so that's happening on the town side, so we don't really have any choice in the matter. So,
So what's the current breakdown as far as the partial employees? So Lydia
40?
is 40% village.
Mhm.
Yeah, Lydia, Susan and Rosemary are 40-60 town village. Rosemary is 80-20 village town. I mean, Marla said.
Okay, so Susan's 40.
Yep. Susan, Rosemary and Lydia are all the same, and then Marla's village 80-20.
and virtually by my understanding, Marla, you can correct me. She doesn't do a lot of the window stuff, unless there's nobody there. You're stuck doing what you've been doing and you're looking.
Marlo's
Yeah.
20.
Yep.
For town,
And the town is gonna take Lydia and Susan, right?
80, that's my understanding. They haven't hired anybody yet.
So they're gonna put them full-time town
Although,
and not,
yes, that's the plan.
There's no more contracted employees.
that's what I'm saying, but
July 1st.
are they gonna take them all? Or is Marla gonna go all? 100%
No,
down?
Marla's our
Miles are
should be
employed.
100%.
She hasn't told Eric that she's leaving.
I thought someone said all 20%.
80%.
80, yeah.
them.
She's
She's the opposite.
Alright. So we're gonna take Marla 100%, you okay with
Yeah.
that? You wanna work just with village?
She doesn't have any choice.
She's in a village.
Well, unless she wants to go work just for the town, because they won't do it.
Please.
Are you okay with just with village? Okay, well, I mean, it's a change,
More than the video purchase the village, yeah.
Oh, I know,
So
but
we're
just-
certain that-
you know, maybe you only like us 20%, you didn't want them to stay with us 100%, I don't know.
So we're giving up about 20%. So we're gaining another 20 there.
And then my understanding is that Susan virtually did really nothing for the village, am I correct?
What?
That's her out of her mouth.
You did that, no work with village?
Not much. Lydia did a bunch of the other stuff. So I don't,
What was Susan's role, like money to the bank and stuff, what else was Susan's role, and what was Lydia's role? Just so we have this idea for the what,
Daily cash out every day.
okay, which one,
Oh,
okay.
Village and town.
right.
No, I meant Lydia or Susan trying to figure out, because that part will go to our treasurer, right? Or no,
It takes 2 to do that
that,
portion.
Okay, gotcha.
It takes 2.
that was my reasoning for saying we need an assistant office help, because Eric's gonna have to become an assistant treasurer to be able to sign the new treasurer's paycheck. Correct? She can't sign her own paycheck. I guess under supervision she could, but there's, according to the state of Vermont, it's not supposed to happen like that, so the clerk isn't overpaying themselves.
He could sign off on the time,
Yeah,
Correct.
he can do it, but he can just sign off on it.
sign off on the time.
So with this new employee, like, I just don't see us, like, I see us maybe needing it 20 hours or less. I cannot imagine any more than that with the numbers that were coming out of it right now.
So. Forgive me, Rosemary, I'm not trying to. Doing strictly numbers here. If we're gonna lose. 40, 40, and 40%, so that's Bill, that's Lydia, Susan, and Rosemary, that's 120%.
Yeah.
If Marla's doing 80, that brings it to 100, which would be replacing Rosemary's position, just as a
Number wise.
accountant, right? More or less, that's, we're back to,
Counting,
we're back to 200%.
Well, how do you get that?
Okay, so let's see, so that's 40. 41, 20, 200, right?
No, cause you take out 80, that,
This is, okay, so this percentage of the job being done, that's 200, right? So we take Rosemary
for us.
at 100. We got Marla at 80 now, our Marla now at 100%, that's 200% of the job being done. Now, I have no idea if that's made strictly numbers, that works. We take Marla 100%, that gives us, and we have replacement for Rosemary at 100%, that's 100% of the job. Those are just numbers.
Yeah, just numbers.
but then you got the desk. You got answering phones. You got
Days
clerical
away.
work. You got Eric, post this, Eric, have do this, get this for us, find. I just don't see it.
But look, let me,
One, we have a new person taking over
you
a
get time off too.
40-year veteran's job.
So you want the treasurer going to the window and collecting?
Well, that's why I said, that's why I said, excuse me, I apologize in advance, I'm strictly doing the numbers, but yeah, the actual job itself is totally different than the numbers.
Great. And that's where I was coming up with the numbers and everything. I can understand somebody else coming in to help with some of that, but I can't understand a 32 or 40 hour person coming in when the numbers equal out, but I could see somebody coming in for 15, 20 hours to help, and that's still more help than they have now.
Are you gonna get out of bed and drive to work for 15?
There's
20
some
hours a
people
week?
that will, so,
But see,
but we can't force, we
with no
can't,
benefits whatsoever.
we can't
when
force
you're
our
doing it
budget
15, 20 hours a week.
yeah, we can't force our budget into that because of what ifs, you know what I mean?
Well,
That's
That
all.
isn't a what if.
We're not,
Carla,
There is part-timers out there.
I'm pretty sure that it is going to be very difficult to staff a village office with appointments, vacations. I already have this tiny window for vacations now, when I can go and actually make the whole billing process work. It's a very short, I have maybe a week out of a month I can take.
Yep.
And that's as long as no one else is missing in the office. If we only have a 20% position coming in to help cover the front desk, I think you'll be looking for more than just 2 jobs.
hey,
That's my office opinion.
how often do you actually, if Lydia doesn't answer the phone, how often do you answer the phone?
I am the next one on the answer.
You are?
Yep.
Okay,
If the phone 2 lines ring at one time, we have more than 1 line.
okay.
So yeah, we definitely help each other out. I've got them for lunches, if they have to go to the.
Right, which I understand, but I mean, like, say a whole day, if you didn't have somebody like that doing that job, you would have to do that, right?
it gets really good.
We were,
Right,
we had
and a part-time person is not gonna be able to do this.
dog licenses.
Yeah.
Covering the window by myself, because if Lydia was sick for almost a week.
Yeah.
I covered that and it was so busy.
But you,
Struggled to get.
we would not be doing that anymore though, because that's.
Right.
That's kind
Exactly,
Nothing
but
to
I'm
do with
just
us.
saying, it's like, it's hard to schedule with only one person up there. Trying to get reports done. I do lots of different reports. I have to handle customers, people coming in, people moving out. It's constant now. There's a lot more time that I spend working on payment plans, trying to collect money. You know, 20% a week, I don't think I would be able to handle it. Because as it is now, I don't take breaks, hardly ever.
Yeah.
I have to take a lunch because it's important to my health, but it's hard sometimes to take that when you're trying to juggle things and focus on reports. And
We appreciate all you do.
It's your call, but I really won't be around for that. It's easy.
My thing is we're talking about budgets here, right? Also, along with that, we're talking about budgets. We're gonna be adding, and we're talking about how hard the budget is, we're gonna be adding another $50,000 to $70,000 to the budget if we add another person. Because the numbers already equal out, so we're already equaled out. If you wanna go a full-time person, we're doing another $50,000 to $70,000 a year to the budget.
But as I said,
Is it worth it for?
this board did not request for this to go this route. And you just heard from what would be one of our only village employees that she can't do it, and I've seen her workload, and I've seen what Eric sent her, and I've seen what she has to pull for VEPSA on an annual basis. And there's a lot to it in that position where she is continued to grow drastically since Susan did it.
But we're replacing the other person with a brand new person, which is gonna be our treasurer now. The
Correct,
part that's
but-
going from Lydia and Susan and Rosemary is now going to a single person.
But then
With
you had
100%.
3 people sitting on that floor that could eat at that time. It didn't matter who got up to take care of what. It's gonna matter on July 1st. And that's. out of
I'm just
our
saying,
control.
I'm just saying for a few times out the window, I can't imagine $50,000 to $70,000 to have. Like I said, a part-timer is one thing, but $50,000 to $70,000 for somebody to answer a window is £100 a day. I think it's freaking nuts. I mean, that's just what my vote will be, and you guys decide what you want, but that's a lot of money.
Well, it's hard, how would you pick the hours that part-time person would come, because you never know when somebody's gonna walk in the door.
Yeah, I don't even think we need it, but I mean, if anything, I could understand the 15 to 20 hours, but I think if 100, I mean, the numbers, the math, it works out with the way we're doing it.
Cause you had 3 people to share that. And
Yeah, I mean,
now we're not gonna have anybody besides Marlon
Then there's nobody.
Well, we're not gonna have another whole employee.
doing accounting work that's starting over, that's being a full-time accountant and clerk. And as I was explaining to you, in the next couple of months, shit's hitting the fan for our department because of the sewer plant. And it's a constant pull. Rosemary knows how many times are you having to pull information for VLTC, FEMA, or the state of Vermont on stuff for the garage that's going on 2 years old every other day. And
I thought Eric was dealing with FEMA.
Eric,
There's
a lot
there's
more
a lot
than
of
just a
people
couple of
doing
phone calls a day.
Well, I know that,
That's
but
what I'm
I'm just saying, if we're putting all the FEMA and stuff on somebody else, then I thought that's Eric's job. What's the deal with all the FEMA and all that stuff?
There's a lot more to it than just saying FEMA.
I get that.
There's
I get that.
7, 8 people.
Starts at the
That's gonna be.
Maybe she can
Go
explain
what?
it better. I don't
Not
understand.
upgrade this quick start, that's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah.
I know I went through it in 1996.
And that's gonna be a 5-year process.
And if we get into a point where we're like, damn, this just isn't working, I just don't think we should jump the gun and automatically put $50,000 to $70,000 into somebody without us knowing yet. If we get to a point where like, shit.
You're
we
throwing
need to
out a
figure
lot
this
of
out.
big numbers for an entry level position though.
Oh, as you said, you're not gonna find anybody to be willing to do it part-time. I guarantee you're not gonna be able to find somebody to do this
Ain't gonna happen.
under $50,000 either.
Well, I would hope to help.
There's a real.
Well, I'm disagreeing with you on the part-timer. There's a lot of people out there, that are part-timers that.
I'm not saying it
Don't
can't be a
wanna do
part-time,
full-time.
so don't get hung up on that.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Just saying that it's more than just Marla. It's gonna be the new accountant and stuff, whoever it may be, is gonna have a whole thing to grasp that Rosemary's grasped in 40-something years.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be as easy thing just to be able to call Rosemary and have Rosemary explain it. They still gotta proceed that whole process.
I get that, and that's what accountants
And
deal with
she's not
money.
gonna get up and come out and answer the phone.
No,
So,
And if Marla quits, then what?
I get that.
So you,
Accountants deal with money, they all deal with it different ways. She's gonna have to learn the
Okay.
ropes, but that's still a long-term person for somebody that's learning a short-term thing.
if you're talking dollars and cents, I mean, Susan's been here a couple of days, Lydia's been here for a few. You know, they obviously started at a rate and got Nicola and all stuff all through the years. Person coming in is not gonna step into Rosemary or Susan's or Lydia's pay. It might be my assumption.
that would be exactly my.
So, I mean, a portion of that's gonna be covered by the fact that the new person's not gonna step into, you know, Susan's pay rate.
Well, we haven't even talked about pay. I mean, that would be another factor if we talked about, okay, we're gonna pay this much, this is how much we're saving. Does it equal out about the same at that point? I'm like, I'm fine. I just don't.
I'm just saying,
I don't
we're not gonna be on the hook for the whole nut. Is what I'm thinking.
On the whole what?
I mean, like so, if you're talking 50,000 a year, right, doesn't, all the others go along with that. You know, is 50 the right number? And
I would say. If we had a 4-day a week person, 32-hour person, $25 an hour, that's $41,000 in salary.
for what that position is, I mean, they're coming into it.
And that's for how
Yeah,
much
with
an hour
FEMA
you
and
said?
everything.
25 an hour.
And I think we should be starting this position out at less than that, because it's not. We're not gonna pay the new clerk treasurer what Rosemary's making.
That's
because we're
that's kind of that's kind of where I'm at, is that, I mean, Rosemary's earned her keep. You know, just what she has in her head that she's forgot, it's probably worth more than paying her. But the new person coming in is not gonna be at that rate. Neither is what we're paying Susan or what we're paying Lydia. So the whole nut's not gonna be a new person.
Show me the math. If the math, I'm fine with it. A 40-hour person with only a couple thousand over, 10, 15,000 over. You got me, full-time person. But if we're talking a lot more than that, that's where my issue is.
I mean,
My fiscal
We
issue.
should discuss what this other person, I mean. The new person would do the window. And the new person would do,
You know,
what are the job? What's the
window
job?
postings,
Folks,
helping with the, with all the finance stuff.
some of that lessons,
Assisting both Marla position
And
and the treasurer's position.
We have three
It's just-
softwares we have to convert this summer. To get the AM line program also up and running. First, we have the billing software. Which, even though we may have assistance with grants and for people helping. These people are coming into our customer base, our current software, having no idea. About any of it. Someone is going to spend some dedicated time to tell these people and show them how to do it before they can even help us. I can't see myself running back and forth to the window, answer the phone multiple times a day, and be able to even. We'll be wasting time, because they'll be sitting around waiting for me to be able to come back for them. And on top of it, if you are not careful with how this software transition happens, mistakes can happen. Can you imagine how we have to redo bill cycles if they're wrong? Cost.
So-
And penalties, and I just can't see, I'm so loaded with work right now, I don't move that desk. Cause I'm so focused unless, multiple people walk in their phone rings. I get calls all day long. I mean, yes, he does answer the phone, which is great, but those phone calls get transferred to me.
So
I'm
let's,
still handling those calls.
so let's have Eric do a list of duties. And Rosemary, you can help him come up with some of them, of what the assistant would have for duties. Right, and where they could help with the new treasurer and help with Marlon, help with
Get Marlo's input as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if the three of you can work together to try to come up with, I don't think that. Even numbers work, like I said, I apologize before I even said anything, I did bring that up. That there's a need for another person to be able to. Take the edges off and do the work that needs to be done, so you can focus on the task and then Rosemary replacement, obviously not the full plate, just trying to fill her shoes. I support a third person. We just gotta be sure that we can pay them. You know, that's the reality of it all, is that. We don't wanna lose you because we overtax you. It's not to be a mistake. So, yeah, so we need to figure out this third person. I'd like to see the three of you collaborate together and figure out what the task and duties would be of that person, so we know. What the request out, the type of person we want to be able to fill those positions. That makes sense.
The task will be.
Mara, that makes sense to you?
I mean, it really will. I mean, if the task
If the
require.
the task,
Kind of education.
the
and-
task and Eric's you gotta compile it to about the amount of hours that it would take to complete them tasks, and on an average, because the tasks will change from week to week. So it's just,
And
that'll give us a good,
and for, yeah, and for me, like I said, I just wanna know the math, like, I don't wanna go by feelings and I wanna go by. How much are we saving by these people leaving? How much are we spending on our treasurer, and how much do we have left over, or how much of a portion do we have left over for somebody, like. Just the math, so we know, are we paying 20,000 extra, are we paying 50,000 extra in the long term, like just. I know we're not paying as much as Rosemary, so that's gonna be a big gap replacement, and it might cover the whole thing, and like I said, as long as.
Probably not.
But you know what I mean,
Yeah.
between her and Susan and stuff, their
Right,
pay
right.
won't be as high as those guys.
Exactly, we can't discuss that until we know those numbers are.
Correct,
So,
so,
about the task, you know, is this gonna require an MBA from Harvard, or is this gonna require someone that can answer a phone and data entry? You know, so we need to know what the ladies think about what they need, and what you.
there ain't none of it's worked out the way.
If so, we can discuss that at the later meeting, because.
I wonder why.
Yep.
Yep.
all I
So,
need is a map. That's it.
so, like I said, so Eric will figure that part out, and work with Rosemary and Marla to come up with a job description, virtual, what the job duties would entail. So the interview, you guys are interviewing Monday?
Yeah.
So I would like to, if you two feel good with that interview, to instantly let me know, and we'll put that on our 11th,
Yep.
right? Or the
27th, you want the 27th.
Because then we can interview, if we decide we need another interview after that with the board, or
The
them.
resume been put out to the board yet?
What's that?
Has our resume been put out to the board?
Yeah, I emailed everybody.
Okay.
Yep. So we could look at that resume if we decide that we're gonna do another interview. Or let Rosemary and Eric do the final interview. I mean, I know we do the money and the numbers, so
Typically, they'll.
that would give
Re-interview, and the board does the final.
that would give the person at this time to give at least 2 weeks notice to her prior bill. To start for June 1st. That will give her the month of June to work with Rosemary, Marla to understand stuff.
So if she passes the first interview, then.
Then I want it, that's what they're doing, and
Then we
then,
want on the 11th.
then we can, well, you guys can, but
Right, I mean, I think the board needs to do the final interview.
I just think it would be. We need to move forward so we can give the person time, and then give them as much time as possible to work with Rosemary, because it's gonna be a huge grasp. Rosemary's gonna, I promise you, Rosemary's gonna go, oh yeah, and a lot. Right, cause she's just so used to it, and it's gonna be hard to spew it out to somebody to get. Virtually, I could foresee her for a couple of days sitting there just watching Rosemary do her stuff on the computer and understanding it, you know? And then her giving her stuff, Mike.
Once she retires, if she needs assistance, I'd like to get a number.
I already did that one.
So my
How
question
are
is
we-
to you, Martha, if with
How is
this
that
other
split up the
person,
offices?
how long does this,
Good question.
or switch opens on
Nobody's thought of
first?
that.
When does the new person? How much training is gonna be needed? For them,
It's gonna be months, I would assume, I mean, just like. anything
Well,
else.
that's what we're gonna be hiring, I'm talking about to learn. Like, should we post now? That's what I'm saying, how long do we postpone? Putting it out there, looking to hire the third person.
I think as soon as we come up with a.
Money, or figure out the information, the
But we
information.
need to know what
The scheduling and the
what the
money.
position is.
Right, so that's what I'm trying to.
Once we get that, that'll be it.
That'll be on the 27th.
What's that gonna be busy day?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I would hope and they would consider as well. I think as you look at the larger picture here, you're gonna have just village employees who are going to be doing these particular jobs. God forbid if I drop dead tomorrow, who would cover my position and know how to do it?
you're not allowed to die.
Same with the treasurer, with a new treasurer. Has anybody thought about who's gonna be doing cross training, who's gonna be doing backup? What is going to happen in these positions?
In the
That is
beginning,
something I think that I tried to say, we really need to have people who can back each other up. Because if something happened, like what Rosie broke her leg, if Susan hadn't had that backup training, what would we have done?
Yeah,
If I
exactly.
was not here tomorrow, who would do my job and even know where to start? Because if we separate completely from the town and village, town is not, it's school in here and say, oh, we'll take care of it.
they haven't done any of it. So.
We actually, I think we went down that road when we hired Susan, didn't we? Pretty much. Long time ago.
We were there back then.
Yeah. We were kind of saying something could happen. We need somebody there that is capable of running if somebody's out.
I mean, the simple fact of the matter is, no
How long
business
she
or
been working
entity
there now?
actually works like that. So we have to do the ill, hope for the best and do some cross training once. The new treasurer or clerk is up to speed. You know, because it's a whole. Rosemary's a wizard. She's dug up a lot of stuff. It's gonna be a lot for some new person to grab, even if they were a past accountant and employee and took care of 180 employees, was it there?
I forget. Wow.
But you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a lot of new learning for everybody, including Eric. Because he's gonna have new faces and new instructions and. So I think if they can come up with that, that's gonna be our next step for that position, am I correct? Everybody?
Yeah, I think Marla's question has merit.
Yep, I do
I
too.
think that the reality of the timing is it's gonna take some time. We need to get over it, and you know as well as I do, you can't step into any job and know it. And once people are up to speed, I would hope that in-house, that with Eric's direction, that we can work on getting more people trained to do at least minimal tasks of another employee. So, but it's gonna take time before we get there, but I give credence to your comment.
With these new softwares that are gonna come effective, you all should be trained together.
Yes, it is. Eventually, hopefully, we can switch over just to the one and get off of the Nimerick and the other one. I don't,
Don't think we're gonna be able to get off an hour.
that's gonna be such a pain in the ass.
We won't be able to bring over. We won't be able to bring over a lot of history. And we really can't afford to lose that for their utility customers.
Okay, now on that discussion, joint meeting topics. Well, so BJ wants to add the land, but they're
I
gonna
know.
say no, so
I know.
we'll still add it.
We can try again.
I wanna know why the answer is no. We're gonna add it.
Well,
What,
you can ask him. We're gonna look into that.
like, who was gonna take over the old house? Wasn't that one of the things and we, you know?
No, the
they were-
198 acres, we wanna split it and sell it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
We've offered to give it to them since I've been on this board. But
Every joint meeting. of that.
our answer is the village is putting zero money into that building going forward in the near future. So if they wanna do something, it's all on the tab. We're not gonna,
And we currently utilize 12% of the space.
for another month and a half. And
Right,
then
we'll
we
be out of
realize
that.
zero going forward.
Right.
I guess I can't see why either board
What's in there now?
would want to.
I don't know why the food shelf is buying from us.
All that land.
With estimate.
And not use it.
Why not?
For Boy Scouts.
I can't comprehend
Put it
it.
on tax.
Yeah.
Very minimal. But
if we had people moving in and buying that, then it'd be money for a while for them guys, because it's out of the village, right?
Yeah.
They used to store
And
a
the
little
bottom of my
baseball.
mind, I just-
Yeah.
we all pay
Storage
down.
now.
Oh, it
True,
is?
true.
It doesn't.
So it benefits in
Yeah,
both of us.
right.
Okay, so.
Anything else on that?
Yeah, and then we're just gonna, I guess we'll have a conversation or two about what the
The
office
office.
is gonna look like.
Yeah.
Good.
I heard.
Are they thinking about staying in the same
Moving
spot?
stuff the
Or
way they liked, like, is it gonna fly? So
what do you mean?
they were talking about how they were gonna rearrange the office without asking us. That's not
Yeah,
gonna
the
fly.
hell with
That's,
Gotcha.
that.
but we just gotta come to an agreement. We don't wanna go in fighting. We just
Mm.
wanna make sure we come out with a good agreement because
Yeah.
it's the only way it's gonna work out.
Or at least an understanding of what's going on instead of
Yeah.
being
They're
blindsided.
the ones wanting to split everybody up. I think our treasurer should still be in
Our
Our
treasurer is
treasurer's
gonna have an office, whether it's Rosemary's office or the Lister's office, one of the two.
needs to be in there.
And if
it can't be out
Then
there.
you'll move to the Lister's office and they'll move to yours. So it's the fairest thing to do. There's 4 offices, so.
Two of them are ours.
Get rid of the listers.
The Lister only needs a lock-in filing cabinet. It does not need an
They're the
office.
ones, what you say, they're the ones that wanted this, so make them move out the listers.
I ain't playing that game, Eric. That's more shit. Don't stir shit.
Alright.
Okay, so subdivision office setup.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Got your notes, cause you're gonna have to.
Which
Hmm.
one you on now?
When's the meeting scheduled?
I haven't said it with Paul. It's.
Has he talked to you yet?
He reached out after I wanted to do a meeting and I hadn't had time to accommodate him.
So subdivision
I
office
wasn't
set up,
accommodated.
land sale,
The barter system ends.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
we've been pushing with that for a while though. You're talking about the
We're
window.
losing money hand
Solids.
over fist doing that barter system. He'll show you later.
Town and village.
Losing money hand over fist. It's we're using that could be part of our problem with the electric budget.
Really?
Well, when our linemen are doing chipping for the town and for a bucket full of salt, that don't pan out.
No.
I was supposed to get looking into the clock tower. What's the board want to do? It hadn't leaked. I don't understand it. I don't think it actually leaked during the flood. I think somebody looked up and noticed a wet spot. I don't believe it's leaked since. It leaked when it was repaired, when Carpenter Unlimited took care of it.
I haven't seen a leak out there.
Like somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but
Well, if it's not leaking, they'll fix it.
well, that's what.
Other
Could
than
it
when
use a facelift? Absolutely.
But.
yeah, other than when it flooded,
No,
I hadn't seen a leak in there since I've been here, and that's 3.5 years.
Yeah, it didn't leak during the flood though. It's when
Well,
somebody
I'm saying
walked
there's
through
water
it
on
on
the
the
floor.
floor.
Right, there's water on the floor because it flooded.
Should we wait until find also out what's going on downstairs and what's everybody's and before we even moved into that? Just because we don't know what their whole thing is.
It don't matter
It
though.
doesn't matter.
That has nothing to do. We're not going anywhere. We're not selling half this building.
Gotcha, okay.
I don't.
So yeah, I'd say wait until.
Well, unless the 4 of you upvote me, I guess. I don't know. But I don't see that happening.
Right.
So. Okay, so that, I'm gonna come up with them and see what, Paul has and we'll go from there. Let's see, 7, equipment.
Yeah, think that we've been talking about, what we don't use. I think that whether it be once every other week or once a week, Nate takes a few minutes or somebody, and maybe we get a report on hours of usage and mileage, and that so we can just look at our equipment and see what we're using, what we're not using. And potential maintenance that he might see rather than waiting too long. I mean, I think that's probably a good thing to have anyways, is to go over it. I just thought that it would be good information if once a month and that we have we used the skid steer for 2 hours, what skid steer it was, the other one didn't move, you know, and this truck didn't move this whole month. So that when we come to purchasing equipment, we can look back on our papers and be like, yeah, this thing hasn't moved, makes no sense. You know, makes no sense to maintain having equipment and trucks that we don't use. I think it's a simple thing of we this many miles this week on truck, whatever.
So when I get technical,
The
miles,
equipment all
but
have hour meters and we used it for this many hours this week, and which equipment is, and what equipment we didn't use, 0.
But if we broke it down to this monthly report
Yeah,
with
Mhm.
hours.
/miles, depending on what it logs, whatever it logs.
Break it down per week.
Yeah.
Break it down.
Yeah.
Start
Yeah.
with the month, start with this monthly report.
Right.
Just simple spreadsheet, skid steer 1, 2, truck 1 ton.
Do they still do long sheets?
Hours and miles per
Yeah.
month.
And then I think we ought to have a list of all of our equipment. As far as.
That should be on a spreadsheet, and we do the hours and miles, so there's a report once a month. That he does, so he doesn't have to each week go, is that 2 hours? I mean, that here's
Yeah.
hours and miles
Yeah.
to start with. If we decide we want further, if that's the place to start, make it easy.
I mean, just off the top of your head, when's the last time we used the track?
That's basically mowing lines. That's what that tractor.
But it's good information for us to have, because at some point, they're gonna come and say it's time. for
That's what I
a
said, it's like 2 big trucks, they sit
Yeah.
there 5 days a year,
Right.
whenever they're moving snow or maybe for brush.
Right.
The tractor.
Yeah.
10 days a year.
10 days a year, and you're
Brush hogging.
So we do need to make, we do need to
Depends on
make,
what lines they're doing.
so we do need to make sure that all
There's a
the,
lot of stuff that does sit, we know that.
right,
so we do need to make sure that all the meters are working then.
Report to see there.
right.
I would think we need to get down.
I mean, if he's
I think if he could do a pretty good average of saying, you know what I mean,
144 miles.
I mean, I don't think we need, you're not really looking for like tenths of the hours and stuff.
No, I'm just,
He can say,
No, I was
we
just
used it
saying-
for 4 hours on Tuesday.
Well,
Everything
every
that's-
Tuesday, just do it, just start out with an end of the month, it's easy to do.
Right.
He goes in, the end of the month goes, it was 1,000 hours, the next month it's 1,032, we use. it
no,
13.
that's what we were talking about. I said that we just have to make sure all of our meters are working and our
Right.
things, and that's where he was like, we
Right.
don't need to get pinpoint. on
Well,
it.
I'm saying, if
That
the meter
basic
ain't
one.
working, we don't wanna spend to fix it, he should build a ballpark at.
Right.
That's why.
Well, meters are cheap,
I don't
that's
think,
why.
I don't think this is. I don't think
No, it's just a matter of for budgeting, I think it'd be good for us to know what we don't need.
Yeah.
Or we don't need to replace as quick as we actually want.
Everybody in favor of that report every month?
Yes.
Okay.
Let us report.
You can make that happen?
Make it happen.
Good. Add-ons. Or odds and ends, not add-ons.
Okay, I'll blow through them really fast. Doug called me last week to let me know, just to kind of give us a heads up that. The town approved a sidewalk, painted sidewalk from Parker and Stearns all the way up to the rail trail on the Parker Stearns side where it ends all the way up there. He just
Approved
kind
it,
of,
or he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
asking
they
if he-
approved it.
If he can get it, cause he didn't.
he asked them and they got approved for it, and it was just paint, it's nothing physical, it's just paint.
He asked. Greg,
The town,
Who did?
or select board.
they
And the
asked
select
Greg,
board. What?
they asked Greg. We don't have a sidewalk.
No,
up to
no.
this, so the village has,
They're just gonna paint.
I understand, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
so.
I did ask him if he's asked Greg and he said no, but he will end up talking to Greg, but he did get permission from the
Because
town.
the village has no right of way up here, so if the
Yeah.
town thinks that we do, we don't,
No, it was just to kind of, he called me
the town
just to
doesn't
kind of
need that.
inform us.
so they would wanna ask. permission.
So, yeah, I told him I would just relay it, cause it was either him coming in and I just got the information from him, so.
I know back in the day, Chan Parker paved that. Down in the village.
Yeah, it's up to the drive to people down. What's going on with the flags? I thought we,
Banners.
or the banners, I thought we were moving.
I would like to have action and make sure that is moving so that we can have them implemented by mid-May.
Alright, so with that information, have you got a price?
I sent everything to Eric, I was told to send everything to Eric.
Yep. He's got several different estimates or whatever.
And I do have,
And
I'll
one of
write it down,
them,
too.
one of them was a vendor we've used in the past, correct?
yes, the vendor.
And I
was-
suggested we go with a trusted vendor using one that we used in the past because we know their banners fit our poles.
The gate,
But the price is twice as much, I'm.
I said, I was just gonna suggest if it worked out,
This
that
is
we
one.
went with a
So
trusted
the very
member.
best
We
one,
already,
price wise, 4 years.
Okay, so it's 85.
do you remember what vendor was
100.5
the
for
trusted
premium.
vendor we did?
85. Okay, yeah,
I sent the packet, Eric has the packet for this
Yeah,
one, get your bird flags. 3-week turnaround.
Yeah.
And this is the one that we've worked with before.
they're about 35.
yeah, so Gettysburg's 150.
Gayberg's the one we used before.
No,
Who did we use in the past?
gates and flag banners, is that right? They're the
Yes, gauge flags and banners is the one that we've used in the past.
What was
ones.
their
And
price?
Gettysburg. Not
Okay.
Gettysburg was 135.
The Gettysburg's 150.
150,
He had it down here 135.
Oh, okay.
And he sent us
Sent
a
the
quote.
formal quote.
Whoa, yeah.
No, the Gettysburg says 150 per banner.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't put their quote in, I just did what it said in an email to me.
okay.
So
So
it'd be,
gate
it'd be up there.
135. And that's is that a 4 to 8 year? Oh, you got it up here.
And when I talked to the Gates guy, he also said that, because one of the things I want to do is before we actually put ink on the thing, for them to send us a mock flag that we could put up on our poles and test before they even did anything. And
It's a great
Gates said he
idea.
would do
That's
it.
why I suggested that we went with a trusted vendor that we've already
That's
used,
Gate.
because they
Yeah.
already make them fit. you
He
know.
said he said he would do it. He had no problem with doing that for us.
So we've ordered from them in the past and they've worked, so I would.
Yes.
Mhm.
And his price is really close to everybody. Like they're all basically right around the same exact time. There's
So
really
the ones, gates, you wanna scroll up?
Is Gates the one that,
That's the ones we've been with before.
is that the
right?
one that did Hartford, sent the Hometown Heroes banner, is that them?
Oh, I think it's the one we got the ones banners that we have now from, isn't it?
I should know.
I'm not sure. He just said he's done our banners, so I'm
Our snowflake banners and them,
Seasonals.
I believe is
Oh,
where they
yes.
come from.
Main Street design.
Yes,
Okay, go. Where's the gates one then?
the works thing at the bottom.
Yeah, what's Gates? I got Main Street, Gettysburg, and display sales.
So gates, flags and banners, the one we've been one with before, right?
yeah, I put all the information in. I said which ones that we worked with, and it came up. This is the one we worked with in the past.
Okay, so he doesn't have gates on there.
He doesn't have.
Okay, well, what's Gates' number? Compared to
I
that,
don't get Main Street.
Oh, Gates is
Gettysburg,
135.
Display.
But they're all basically all four are right around the same price. Whether one is 150, one's 130. I think there's one that is cheaper. That's 85, which is Main Street Design. Is 85 for vinyl, 125 for premium fabric, which I think they all gave us premium fabric.
Yeah,
We told them
right.
they had to be out in the weather. They had cold, snow, and everything. So I'm sure.
in our seasonal banners have lasted many years.
Yeah, they do well.
They're good quality, if that's the company.
Let's display say it. Hometown, yeah, Hometown Heroes one, the ones you've seen the mock-up for in the brochure I gave you is the display sales. That's this one, Hometown Heroes display sales. Which I don't know if that's Gates or not. I don't know where Gates. I don't have anything that says Gates from what you said.
Checking right now.
Yeah.
So those, if you scroll down, there's samples of different banners.
Yes, Hometown Hero is Gates Flag and Banner.
Perfect. That's the one you want.
Okay,
It's really the one you want.
so all those designs are
Their choices they have.
choices they have.
And
Price ranging different on each one, or?
Oh, wait, Hometown
See the one that says, where it says Hometown Heroes?
Design.
You can change that and say Johnson Heroes.
It's hometownhero.com. Was it hometownhero.com?
That's here. Here's that brochure. Well, this is,
I just want to make sure.
that's a Hartford Hero right there. That's the way Hartford shows it, right there.
Oh, no, it's not Gates.
Display sales is not Gates.
Oh, what's it? No, display sales is a standalone. That's a different one.
Oh, okay.
This banner program special. This banner.
So see, they changed hometown to Hartford just said, hey, change board hometown to Hartford, and they did.
Yeah, they have some beautiful designs. But like I said, they all are willing to work with us. Everyone I've talked to is willing to do a mock-up banner. The only thing that's really different between them is their 3 weeks turnaround time to prove, 6 to 8 weeks turnaround time, 21 to 30 days production. I mean, they're basically all close.
Yeah, well, as long as we
So
get,
if it's 30 days for production, then that's why I'm saying, that's why we need to act on this if we want to go for Memorial Day.
Mhm.
Yeah, and display sales, you said that was display sales, that one?
That's display sales, and that's the one that
21.
Hartford uses, and what's the town across from Wells River?
Oh,
Yeah, they both use
Bath,
this one.
Woodsville,
They go,
so
and they
is
said
this,
they're
is this
really
the only
good.
design they have for this one, or
No, this is that's the
that's the one Hartford?
that's the one that had the same all these choices. That's the same company.
Okay, so do you guys have a preference on these 5 choices?
I like the center one.
I do too.
I do too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you
No.
got,
So you can do that one.
We hammered that.
okay, so pick that one. And this is the 135 per
You
banner.
like that one better than the Hartford mock-up?
Mhm.
Okay.
And I would do Johnson Heroes on top instead of hometown.
Right.
And then what is below it? It's just their name and then their
That's just got
service.
name and branch.
Brilliant.
That's would be like, then you ain't researching years,
Yeah, have you got
USMC.
the application hammered out? Or the,
Put out.
put the person on the flag?
Yeah, that's that brochure you showed. I'll bring it up again.
Because I got
You didn't
people
post it
ready
yet,
to
I
fill
thought you
that out.
No, I was waiting for tonight just to be sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, just things change when you guys meet, so. All right, so this is the front of the brochure explains it. It tells you where to do it, and the second page is the application.
It's first name, last name, rank, branch of service. Okay, so that's all we need for the
Well, it
flag.
says above, says provide a copy of DD 14 or similar form prior to January 1950. That's to prove that they're there.
I would say we wouldn't have to do that, would you, if you wanna be stealing somebody's honor by getting on there and not really being in the military service.
I think it gives, what I was looking for is a definition to start with, and that
Right.
DD.
Yeah, if someone comes and says, hey, my uncle did this and here's some pictures of him or whatever, and
Well,
I
so
can't
they're
find
not
this-
gonna come up.
I can't find the form, we'll work with.
And then you also consider Johnson's been flooded a lot, somebody may have lost the report. So
Right.
Just think
Right.
that, you know what I
But
mean,
if
whether you're
you
gonna steal valor or not, I don't know.
If you don't put some kind of gate there, someone probably would.
Yeah.
So with the gate there, they can call and say, hey,
Yeah.
no, we can't find that.
We can
Well,
help.
for one, we should be requesting they have, everybody has a picture of either in their dress blues or whatever gear. Basic camp gear, you all get your picture with the flag. So they ought to be in that picture wearing their gear or.
Right.
For the most part.
For the most part, I mean, obviously.
They're not gonna say, well, I can't remember what he looked like and he's got a picture of him holding a pitchfork.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And this is display sales you said, right, that we're using?
So can we do?
Did I send you all my emails?
So you did DD2.
What was that?
For
I did, okay.
Yes, you did.
paperwork similar or similar. So, instead of saying or similar, can you do?
Well, it's just basically that, if prior to January 1950, because it wasn't called a DD 14.
Right, but I'm just saying if someone.
Must provide a
someone
picture
was-
in their
If
military.
someone was in
garb.
Vietnam and they don't have, but flooded or like that, instead of saying or similar or. Stays a sort of way, so they don't have to have that, they have to have something to
Or
satisfy.
other evidence of service.
There we go.
Like I said, if they produce a picture wearing their military garb, that's pretty much,
But, and,
I guess you could fake that, yeah.
but not only can you fake that, but I mean, it's everybody who's not a vet can still have. Let's define this, because I read the DD 214 is someone who was in service of during a war.
Yes.
Okay, so if we don't have that in there, it could be anybody who was in, did their 4 years and got out. which I'm fine with. I'm just saying, are we gonna define it
And I
as?
thought our first year was gonna be active. You were inactive now. I thought that's what.
No.
Was it?
No, it was someone who
Living,
was,
it was just living.
who was a veteran of,
Living, okay, yeah, something like that.
yeah, living veteran. But is it, do we want just someone who was in the service, or we want someone who was in the service during the war?
I mean, you can't predict war, so if they're,
I'm just saying, there are people that were did their 4-year stint. They are a veteran of the army, but are they a war veteran? Are we drawing that line? Because the DD 244 is proof that they're a war veteran,
No.
correct? No,
It's active duty.
yeah,
It's a proof of active service.
You're
So,
in or you're not.
so if you've been in the regular military
Like in
for
combat.
nope, just you were in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines for 6 months or more, you will get a DD 214.
okay,
Okay.
all right,
If you are a National Guardsman, if you don't sign on for Title 10, orders, basically, if you, if you're a guardsman who never served active and you don't basically deploy, you do not get a DD.
okay, so they were active in the military, period.
Mhm.
Okay. All right,
I'd like to see deployed for our first year.
but no,
I would say active without dishonorable discharge.
yeah, which is the 214, right? That's
Well, DD 14 will show it
right.
if you're
Okay.
honorable or not. If it's dishonorable, I'd be like, yeah.
I would just remind everybody, you know what I mean, this could be just a heartfelt thing somebody's gonna do for an ancient relative, but we shouldn't make the hurdle too big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to make sure the definition, so I know the definition is. So in that case.
But read it now. See what you think of that one.
I mean, active in the military with a photo showing them in their military garb, whether it's Marine Corps, Army, Navy, Coast Guard.
And then once we get all of them, if we get more than 14, so we just sit down and just pick 14.
I think the
mean,
first
what's
one,
it cost?
I think the first 14 go up first.
Yeah, I think we ought to set, that at 10, we're gonna order. So that we can have some up for the,
I think
and if we don't, if we have 20, that's perfect.
what
But,
I'm hearing is that getting to 14 is not going to be a problem.
okay,
Yeah.
I've been working with people like you
Yeah.
told me to, and I got people ready to go.
I just wouldn't wanna wait to get 15. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
it's gonna put us not being able to have them up for Memorial Day. So let's see. That's all I was thinking. Like I said, I guess if we want to just forget Memorial Day and go for 4th of July, then we can do that route and take longer.
So 14 at 135
Two per month
apiece.
all day.
So, Alan O'Hear has the first 14
Did
covered.
you verify he was,
He's asked me when.
well, yes, but whether he wants it in public, so.
Oh, he wants credit for it.
Oh, I don't think we need to give him credit. I mean, as far as I'm knowing, this meeting here is public, so.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Marla.
Marla, thank you.
We appreciate all you do, Marla.
Yeah, so if this is ready to go, this should go.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, so you guys okay with this application?
I'm good
I'm
with,
fine with it.
I told BJ, I'm out of this one. I got other stuff to do.
Oh, quick question. I won't be able to find any of my father's stuff when it comes down, but he was a member of the VFW. How long do they keep him for?
If he's a member of the VFW and if you got a VFW card, that's enough. Because to be in the VFW, you have to,
Well,
you've had to have been in war.
Yeah, he was a lifetime member up in Hyde Park, so.
Wait, you must have pictures of
So
them in military gear somewhere. From
I'm
basically,
cleaning my mother's house. There's pictures.
I understand.
Yeah.
There's a
Trying to
national
find something.
site, like my dad was on a ship. I never knew it, and my cousin told me he actually shot down 3 Japanese planes. I never knew it, but
Yeah.
anyways, I went online, found the ship, and it'll give you the roster.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you click on it, and it'll give you all the information you need.
Yeah, full membership. So both VFW and American Legion both have associate members for not people who didn't serve.
Send him your dad's name and info.
If you have anything that shows he was ever a full member of the VFW,
Oh, he was then the American Legion when he was here
Yeah.
at Johnson.
Yeah.
either one of those. You got anything that shows he's a full member that they vetted him already.
Okay,
Okay.
so we proved that.
Just get that on the website.
We approved the vendor.
Get
Yeah,
going.
I'm gonna I'm
And we-
gonna
and we
print a
got-
stack and let you guys know that printed, if you wanna come just get paper copies.
Are we putting it in the newspaper? Are we gonna?
I don't think we need to.
Okay, so we're gonna have Eric go post it at some of the bulletin boards
I
and
think-
stuff, just to.
Front porch forum
Facebook, front porch
Facebook,
forum and
and the
website,
website.
those three.
And any bulletin
No.
board in the village I can find.
Yeah,
You just gotta remember, a lot of people don't visit Front Porch Forum until they have told somebody invoked their name. So,
I'm just saying, those three right there, for that being up, is all we really need to get this thing
Okay.
going and quickly.
Mhm.
is the board good with Eric moving?
yes,
So you'll have it up, what the hell's today, Monday, you'll have it up this week?
Sooner the
Yeah,
better.
perfect.
Yeah, this week, I will, actually, give me a call, let me know when it's posted. And I will get you some people.
Perfect.
Okay. Next thing, I noticed this week, our agenda wasn't up on Front Porch Forum. We have to make sure it's up on Front Porch Forum, Facebook and website.
I spoke to him about the Front Porch Forum.
Okay,
Yep.
We wanna
Yeah,
make
no,
sure.
I don't,
Set
I'm not
a,
sure
set a
how-
calendar reminder. Just-
no, I did it, I don't know, it somehow it just didn't happen.
different. Yeah, because it's pretty regularly up there.
It's always up there.
Yeah.
Today, it somehow missed this week, I don't have an explanation for it.
Yeah, it's and it went, yeah.
Okay,
Yep, I'll make sure I look for it the next morning.
Yes, cause it was.
Not the end of the world.
First thing when it come out and somebody else posted it, I got a phone call.
Mhm.
quarterly updates. Can we start doing those again?
For the mailers. The mailer. Remember, you were doing.
Newsletters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yep.
Quarterly newsletter that will give out lots of info.
Mhm.
It was a very good thing. I heard lots of good feedback from them. I don't know if the office heard anything or not,
Yep.
but that's getting out at least to every utility
Mhm.
customer.
Yeah, the last one got missed because we've had like 3 months in a row that we already had stuffers, and that's the thing is if your stuffers already, if your bills are full already, there's nowhere to put it.
Well, we
Yep.
should, then if it's the following month, make sure it's in then, you know what I mean? This week,
Yep.
that was a very good, hit a lot of people and we heard a lot of feedback on it. So
Yep.
that's.
And then the last thing, and then we can leave. So I heard that, okay, with the reporters and all that stuff, we know all the dilemma. I think they should be directed to the chair.
I talked to him about that today too. So,
Yeah. The
I-
reporters have been kind of getting the runaround.
Good.
Basically.
Perfect.
But I agree, so, but I want the board to make a decision on this, I want any and all reporter inquiries directed to me or BJ. And then, or a board statement that he can release,
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
so they quit pinning him down
After.
for other things.
Yeah, just take that off your plate, throw it on the Kenny and DJ.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cause I said, I've been directed by the board to
Yep.
get all media directions.
cause it's easier, I tell them the pound sand versus you.
Yep.
Well, it's true. Then you don't have to avoid them, you can say, here's the chair's email them.
Add anything to your plate, take one off.
I love it.
Well, it's just like I said, I know he gets a lot of.
never
harassment
get that
about
little backslide, so I'll take it.
And now we did on odds and ends.
Yep.
Okay, so I think we're gonna enter executive session.
Oh, we're going into executive.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be quick.
Okay.
If we make any thing, he'll take some minutes and get them to you.
I move to enter executive session as allowed under 1 BSA section 313A1 because the Board of Trustees has made a specific finding that premature general public knowledge regarding a contract would clearly place the village at a substantial disadvantage.
Members,
Still move.
you need to know, we need to know who's going into the.
Oh,
All trustees and Eric.
all trustees in there.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
All
right. Ready to executive session.
Hold on, you're not there yet.
At 8:33.